Hello students, a very good morning to you. Let's continue our chapter 5 of class 12, that is Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Principles of Inheritance and Variation. We are continuing the topic pedigree analysis. Dear students, here I want to tell you one thing. Before I start pedigree analysis, I want again to explain sex determination in birds. You are getting so much confused that while I was taught you that ZW is in hen and ZZ in cock. For your information, I want to tell you cock is the male and hen is the female. Here we were studied about female heterogamety. So nothing is to be confused. This was female heterogamety. It means the female contains two different sex chromosomes and the male contains the same sex chromosomes, due to which female is responsible. And while I did the cross, by mistake I wrote here ZZ, ZZ, ZW, ZW. I just write only ZZ and ZW. I thought you all will understand, but I am so much depressed that you can't understand, and you don't know also which is male and female. If I write by mistake this is female, then you should have to know hen is female and cock is male. This is your last mistake. I will not tolerate again. So student, remember we are studying about female heterogamety. It means when the female contains two different sex chromosomes, and here for sex determination the female is responsible for determining the sex, and this happens in birds. So here this example is about birds. So here 50% chance of female child, this is female, and female in case of bird, for example in case of chicks, female is called as hen and male is called as, so here this one is your female, which is hen, and this one is your male, which is cock. I think my writing is so bold, you can see it. This represent male and this represent female. Female called as hen and male called as cock. Cock has the same sex chromosome, that is ZZ, and the female has two different sex chromosome, that is ZW. Sometimes you need to have to use your common sense and to find, if I write here hen and if I by mistake I write here male, then you should have to understand hen is female and you can make correct yourself, but you are asking again and again, and some student also did the same mistake in their notebook. Why should not you watch here what I wrote? Leave it. This is about the female heterogamety. I need to explain again. So you can see ZW chromosome contained by hen is female, cock is male, cock contains ZZ, hen contains ZW, hen is the female. Let's move to our topic, that is pedigree analysis. As I have told you, pedigree analysis means when the analysis or study of family history up to 5 to 7 generations back is done to know any genetic disorder. We are studying about Mendelian disorder, and in the last class, yesterday's class, I have told about hemophilia, and hemophilia is a sex-linked recessive disorder. Today we will study about another disease, that is autosomal dominant. We will study about a disease that is autosomal disorder or autosomal disease, that is your myotonic dystrophy. Myotonic dystrophy. Myotonic dystrophy is a heart disease which is autosomal dominant. Here I will show you the cross and how do you able to identify whether this pedigree chart gives the representation about autosomal dominant trait. Clear? So let's see. This is male, this is female. The mating occurs. They have suppose 4 childs, 2 male and 2 female. Again the male got married to another female and he has 3 child, 2 female and 1 male, and again the female get married and he have 2 child, 1 female and 1 male. So I have drawn the pedigree up to 3 generations. This is generation 1, this is generation 2, this is generation 3. Clear? If you want to do the sequence, then you can write this one is 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we write here autosomal. Autosomal means we no need to write X, Y and XX. We should not write this. Means हमें इसको लिखना नहीं है X, Y या XX, क्योंकि ये ऑटोजोमल है और सेक्स क्रोमोसोम का कोई रोल नहीं है. So here we can write, let's write it as this is dominant. So first generation will express, this disease may express in the female, and the genotype let's take in for affected individual is capital A, and here let's take as capital A, small a. Means we are taking the unaffected as capital A, small a, and affected as capital A. Remember students, this genotype is irrespective to sex. Means whether it is male or female, it's not important. We can write both for male and female as this is an autosomal disease. So there is no role of sex chromosome. Again I am repeating it. No role of sex chromosome. Only you can take any letters of your choice. You can take C, you can take D, you can take Z, P, Q, whatever, but don't take sex chromosome. So here you can take A. Unaffected, let's take for unaffected heterozygous means capital A, small a, and for affected capital A. Here as this is dominant, as you know that as we are studying about Mendelian disorder, so according to Mendel, the trait will be dominant if it is expressed in the F1 generation. So here the female shows the disease, that's why the female is dominant and the F1 generation is dominant as it expresses the disease. Again in the second generation, let's see here capital A, small a, capital A, small a. So here possibility of if we do the cross capital A, small a into small a, sorry, capital A, it may possible that AA and AA means 50% chance of appearing the same capital A and small a, capital A, small a. So here as this is autosomal, so it is irrespective to sex, means both male and female can be affected. So first generation the female is affected and in the second generation one male and one female get affected. If I tell you to write its genotype, then you close your eyes and write capital A because we take capital A for affected, and here the female also contains. So where the capital A come? Capital A from male and capital A from female here. Same here, but as this child, the third child of the first generation will not represent, so you can write here capital A, small a for unaffected, and here capital A, small a. But he is the person, the girl child married is from outside. That's why if you want to express disease, then you can show the disease in their child, or you may write express this disease in the female child. So for this you can write AA. Clear? So here you can write already capital A, so here you can write capital A, as one capital A is here and one capital A is here. So there is 50% chance that the female or male, one of them will be affected or both of them will be affected. So I saw here only one person. Now let's understand. First the question will ask you, the pedigree will be given in your question paper, this chart will be given in your question paper, and the first question, whether this disease is dominant or recessive. Your answer will be dominant. Why? Because the first generation expressed the disease. Second question, whether it is autosomal or sex chromosomal. As both the sexes are affected, means male affected, female also affected. So when in a single generation both male and female get affected, then this is clearly autosomal. So the answer of your second question is it's autosomal. Why? As both male and female shows this disease. If the next question will ask, find the phenotype and genotype of the F1 generation, of the generation 1 of the parent, then you can write the male parent contains capital A, small a, and the small parent contains capital A, capital A. As I have told you, the choice should be yours. You can take any letter. I have taken here capital A, small a. You can take C, B, whatever. If you take those letters, then here you have to mention I take capital A, small a for unaffected and capital A for affected. You can also take, or you can take small a for affected. If you saw this, then you have to choose the chromosomes in your choice and think how can be this transferred to the next generation. Clear, students? So this is autosomal dominant disorder. Next I will show you the pedigree of autosomal recessive disorder or autosomal recessive trait. Autosomal recessive disorder. Here let's take example of sickle cell anemia. Here we will take the example of sickle cell anemia. As you know that why sickle cell anemia occurs. In sickle cell anemia, the normal biconcave shape RBC gets changed into narrow elongated sickle cell structure. Means this is the normal shape of RBC, but when a person suffer from this disease, its RBC get changed to narrow sickle cell. So this is called as sickle cell anemia, and this happens when the beta globin chain on RBC, beta globin chain of RBC have mutation. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Various positions are taken by various amino acids. So in a normal RBC, the sixth position contains glutamic acid. But in normal RBC, but when glutamic acid is replaced by valine, then its RBC changed its shape, and due to this it looks like narrow elongated. Now we will study this disease through pedigree analysis. So let's see. Here I think you can understand what is sickle cell anemia. So let's do the pedigree chart to understand sickle cell anemia. This is an autosomal recessive disorder or trait, and this disease will be affected the genes that are taken as HBA, HBS. This is heterozygous. HBS and HBS. S for sickle cell anemia. So if the person contain HbS, then it get affected. If the person contain HbA and HbS, it will unaffected. So when we will do the pedigree, this is male, this is female. They have 3 child, 1 female, 2 male, out of which 1 female get affected, 1 male get affected. Then this married to another ladies. He has 2 children, 1 female, 1 male, both get affected. Now you have to, this is first generation, this is second generation, and this is third generation. Now you have to answer the question. This is the pedigree. You don't know whether it is sickle cell anemia or what any other disease. The question will be asked. Name whether this is dominant or recessive. This disease is dominant or recessive. Here both the parents are not expressing, so you can write this is recessive. Next question, whether it is autosomal or sex chromosomal. As I have told you, if both female and male in a single generation express, then it is autosomal. Then second you can write it is autosomal. Then third question will be asked, find out the genotype of all the members of this pedigree chart. All the members. So as I have told you, HbA and HbS is unaffected. So let's write HbA and HbS. HbA and HbS. If we cross this, means as you know from the cross, HbA, HbS, HbA and HbS. So HbA, 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 HbS, HbS, HbA, HbS, HbS. So here 50% chance of any child from affected this disease. So as here heterozygous will not express, then those offsprings who express may have the same sickle cell anemia character through the autosomes. Means it have HbS, HbS. It have also HbS, HbS, but it has HbA, HbS. It has also HbA, HbS. As I have told you, the heterogamous parent will not express. Only in case of homozygous, the sickle cell anemia will express. So they are heterozygous and they are expressing. So they are HbS, HbS, HbS and HbS. So this will give you 3 marks in your board exams. First you have to identify whether it is dominant or recessive. Next you have to identify whether it is autosomal or sex chromosomal. If it is sex chromosomal, then you have to write only sex chromosomes, and if it is autosomal, then you can write any letter on your choice. So this is about your sickle cell anemia. Next, color blindness is another Mendelian disorder which is completely same as hemophilia. Means in hemophilia the X chromosome is carrier. Exactly, in color blindness the X chromosome is carrier and 50% chance of color blind. Means the color blind person can't recognize the red, orange, green, yellow color. So they can only see black, white and blue color clearly. So color blindness also caused due to the X chromosome, and color blindness you can give example of recessive sex chromosomal disorder. Clear? So here I have told you about hemophilia, color blindness, sickle cell anemia, myotonic dystrophy. Next we will study about different type of other Mendelian disorders in our next class.